to my favorite. Segment. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Nah.
You got new headphones, by the way. I peeped that.
Hey, listen. Qwan,
Qwan,
you know, he told me to get these apples. Yeah, he told me to get these Apple ones. You know what I'm saying? They're good sound quality. I had the Beats. They snapped on me. He was not lying. These things is nice.
Sucky.
The only thing,
sucky, bro.
The only thing, you cannot work out on these because they slip right off. I can't do push-ups. I can't jump rope. I can't do nothing. But other than that, it's great.
Facts.
It's great.
What's going on in wrestling, bro? What's happening?
A lot of things going on in wrestling, man. Let's start off with Jey Uso. So he decided to start an online war. This guy name dropped the Young Bucks before claiming the Usos were the best tag team in the world. Do we agree with that, fellas? Is the Usos the best tag team in the world? I want to hear your take on this, Sylvan, man. What do you think?
I think the Usos are the best tag team in the world. I also think the New Day is the best tag team in the world. They're kind of like equally yoked to me. I think the Young Bucks.
I'm cool with that.
I think the Young Bucks are the most talented tag team in the world. Let me just take that off bat. I think they're the most talented. Like in terms of how they work together. I don't know, but how they work, their dynamic together is really incredible to me. The things I've seen them do in the ring are absolutely phenomenal, but I wouldn't call them necessarily the best. But that's just me. I think not Qwan. I think Jay is speaking facts. I mean, look, man, if you're not at WWE, bro, you always gonna be number 2. I'm sorry. Let's call a spade, bro. Like, and it's not to say that AEW isn't great.
Sheesh.
Or that they aren't like an incredible company, or that they don't have incredible talent. But the number 1 product is WWE, bro. The number 2 product is AEW. Like, it just is what it is. Like, until that's not the case, this is where we're at. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. The Young Bucks they're very talented. They do their thing in the ring. But come on, it's the Usos, yo. It's the Usos. It's history, man.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that too. Like I like the Young Bucks. I think that the way they wrestle was too gymnastics heavy, and a lot of times it looks super choreographed, and that's really not my cup of tea. But I think they're really good at what they do. But as a black man, I identify more with the Usos. Now, obviously, the Usos aren't black, but like the swag, the way they carry themselves, the grills, the tattoos, like the haircuts, like I identify with that more than I can identify with 2 white guys who wear Jordans and make like nerd references. So me personally, my favorite tag team was the Usos because I guess this interview did take place during WrestleMania weekend, so it was a little while ago, but it's just now being published. But I do agree that the Usos, when they are together, they are the best tag team in wrestling over the Young Bucks.
Indeed. No questions asked.
I would take FTR over the Young Bucks, to be honest. But
sheesh.
Oh, yeah. FTR. You know, that's my favorite theme song.
And I don't even like FTR.
We know. Let's talk about Triple H real quick, man. Let's talk about Triple H real quick. He was recently in the headlines. He was actively bothered by the perception that Japanese and Mexican wrestlers can't succeed in WWE. Now, is this perception reality or is it a false narrative? What do you guys think about this?
I think it was reality. I think it was reality for a long time. I mean, obviously, there's guys like Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero who succeeded, but they spoke fluent English. And Vince McMahon was kind of on record saying that he didn't really like pushing superstars who weren't fluent in the English language. So for a long time, a lot of those Japanese and Spanish-speaking superstars kind of floundered in WWE. But I do think that a lot of that has changed over the years, especially with Triple H taking over. We see what he's doing with Io Sky and Asuka. And recently, he's been pushing Dragon Lee and Shinsuke Nakamura. And these are guys who aren't really that fluent in the English language. So I think that perception was reality, but it is becoming a false narrative. And we all know at the end of the day, WWE really wants to sign Okada. That has been reported by Sean Ross Sapp and pretty much everybody that is esteemed in this wrestling business. So obviously, if they want to sign Okada, who is not fluent in English, then they probably should start pushing other superstars who aren't fluent in English.
Definitely. I definitely believe that this is it was reality back in the day. I mean, it wasn't black wrestlers getting pushed. So what do you expect them? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But
exactly.
I just want to say Tajiri, man. Tajiri. Oh,
my
man.
God.
He
So
deserves
underrated.
so much more. He's only had the cruiserweight, light heavyweight. Bro, underrated, man. So definitely, it was a reality. But, we're entering a new generation, and it's changing for sure.
Yeah, man, we
Tozawa
got
was like the new Tajiri, low key.
we got our eyes on you, Hunter. You know what I mean? So do right. You feel me? That's all I got to say about that.
Do right.
Straight
Do
up.
right.
Do right. You know what I mean?
Now, so you guys, what happened with this bidding war of 2024 with MJF? Because there is a belief within the wrestling industry that MJF has quietly re-signed with AEW, and he's no longer hitting free agency. Are we surprised? I already know Qwan's answer. Are we surprised, Qwan? Are we?
No, we ain't surprised. We all knew this was going to happen, man. We all knew this was going to happen. The moment that MJF called out Tony Khan live on TV, disappeared for 6 months, the moment he walked back into that company, that let me know that he had quietly re-signed with AEW. Because AEW was not going to bring him back and put a world title on him only for him to leave the next year. Like, come on, let's get real. AEW secretly slid that boy an extension, and he signed that thing. He's probably locked into AEW until like 2027. Now, I don't know if that's true, but that's just what I believe. MJF ain't going nowhere no time soon, and I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed because I wanted to see him in WWE, but I'm not surprised.
I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely thought he was heading towards WWE, but
For real?
yeah, man, I wanted to see him, go toe to toe with some of the top people at WWE. But I'm sure he's getting a huge bag staying at AEW. So
Right.
I'm not surprised about it. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I think that I thought MJF was going to go to WWE for sure, like immediately. But when I look at the optics and him quietly resigning, it makes a lot of sense. Number one, money. I'm pretty sure he's whatever Tony Khan is going to give MJF is what WWE is not willing to give him. Like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to max him out on any type of contract, considering the fact that Tony Khan is willing to give him millions of dollars. So that's number one. Number two, I do think that MJF eventually will get to WWE, but I think he's going to cement his presence and his legacy in AEW for a lot more time. And I think by that time, he'll be able to leverage a lot more of negotiating power with the WWE, in my opinion. Who knows where he'll be in the next 3 to 4 years and how much his stock will have risen. And how much he will have had done in AEW for it to make sense for him to actually leave and see greener pastures over on the other side of the company. He may be able to come in and get that Cody Rhodes treatment. And let's not forget, Cody Rhodes got that Cody Rhodes treatment, not just because he made himself a star, but because he was a WWE guy already. So it was a very easy transition for him. That's not the case with MJF. So he would need a lot more leverage before being able to just be pushed to the likes of him competing with Seth Rollins or a Roman Reigns. They would have him in there feuding with the Miz and a bunch of other stuff. So, yeah.
And let's not forget, he's only 27. Like,
young,
MJF is
bro.
only 27. So if he signed like a 4-year extension, by the time you get to WWE, he'll be what, 31? That's like when you're entering your prime. So it's like, do your thing.
And anything is possible. Anything is possible, people. I've seen guys like Edge stay with a whole company for 30 years and switch over. So I'm just saying, anything is possible. We can't, it is what it is, man. But speaking about staying on AEW, let's talk about this match that we all witnessed at Full Gear. Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. 5-star match. Now,
incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. They're facing a lot of criticism for a spot that was involved Hangman Page drinking Swerve's blood from Swerve's forehead and spitting it in the air like Triple H. Yo, did this match go too far, you guys? What do you guys think, man? That was a crazy spot. It was pretty insane.
Yes.
Okay, so the match absolutely went too far, but I'm a sick man, so that's why I liked it. Like I like the fact that Swerve took a stapler and started stapling his own chest. I like the fact that Hangman drank blood from Swerve's forehead and spit it into the air. But I do understand the criticism, and I do understand people thinking that this was going too far, because drinking blood live from a man's forehead and spitting it into the air, it's unnecessary, it's unsanitary, and it's like nasty to look at. Like it was a crazy spot. I liked it personally because I'm a sick individual. I grew up on ECW. I grew up on Tommy Dreamer, bleeding buckets outside of the ring and inside of the ring, so I was cool with it. But exactly, Sandman busting his own head open before the matches even start, so I was with it. But I do understand the criticism. But, this is what AEW is, man. If y'all haven't accepted that at this point, then I don't know what to tell you. This is like watching a match like that and not expecting them to go too far. That would be like watching a Marvel movie and expecting, like, The Departed or something. Like, bro, it's Marvel at the end of the day. It's gonna be dumb superhero jokes and comedy.
What I don't understand about this online criticism, it was a death match. What you got to open your mind up and expect the worst. It is a death match. And I got the worst, and I enjoyed it. I loved the spot.
Oh my God.
It took me back to the mid 90s. I can't say early 90s because I was like 1, but it took me back to the mid 90s. It was great. I loved it.
It was nasty as hell, though.
It was disgusting.
I thought it was tight. I loved it. I thought it added to Hangman Adam. I thought it was Hangman. I thought it added to Hangman Adam Page's like whole character. Like it made me like realize like, oh yeah, he really is like the cowboy shit guy. Like he's willing to do whatever. He's really sick, sadistic. A lot of his promos were very much like, I'm gonna teach you what it really is like to be like a wrestler. Like you're just a boy in in like a novice arena or something like that. I was like, bro, this sounds a little racist, But when he got in that ring, it was like, oh, I feel you. I didn't expect that. So I like the spot. I think if anybody has a problem with it, then don't watch AEW. Just watch WWE. I mean, they're pretty safe and nobody bleeds over there. So, And also, why you got issues with that, and you ain't got issues with Moxley bleeding every single week, huh? That guy bleeds every single week.
So
what's up with y'all? What's up? You can't have this selective outrage.
Right. And I'm looking forward for part 3.
Is crazy though. Drinking blood.
Yeah, drinking blood is crazy.
It is
crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But I'm looking forward for part 3 at Wembley. You know what I'm saying? We need that. We definitely need that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them.
Hey,
guys,
if they do part
man.
3 in Wembley, we should go. To be honest, like we should make that trip.
Hey,
I'm down to go to Wembley.
That would be insane, man. I got my passport. Hey,
let's do it.
Let's do it, man. But speaking of AEW, still, I just read a headline a couple of days ago saying that Collision and Rampage is airing as a 3-hour live show, going head to head with Survivor Series on Saturday. I have no idea why they would do that. Now, what do you guys think these numbers will look like?
Oh my God!
Yikes!
This is gonna be
double yikes.
Look! Y'all saw the Hangman and Swerve match, right?
Yes.
You know what that match was? That match was a bloodbath, and that's exactly what Collision and Rampage is gonna be going against Survivor Series. It's gonna be a bloodbath. They might do 200,000 viewers that day. This is gonna be the least watched Collision of all time. I'm telling y'all right now, because everybody's gonna be tuned in to Survivor Series trying to see if CM Punk returns or not. Nobody's gonna be watching AEW this weekend. We'll catch up on it Sunday morning with them, them watch wrestling links, wink, wink. But ain't nobody watching this live. We all watching Survivor Series tomorrow.
Yo, we are definitely watching Survivor Series tomorrow. These numbers will be probably terrible. J. Cole's first album, first week sales number. I don't know. It's going to be terrible.
Let's have 2 of the worst performing shows of AEW's catalog go against one of the biggest pay-per-views of WWE's a year. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They should have just skipped them shows this week. They could have just like canceled them and then just started back up next week.
Bro,
Tony
they need to
Khan's
discontinue
pride,
both
man.
of those shows, dog. Discontinue both of those shows. We ain't watching Collision, and ain't nobody really watching Rampage like that, bro. Like,
Facts.
I'm sorry, like it's just not the. We watch it, but it ain't like we out here watching it. I'm just letting you know.
We ain't invested in it.
Nah, bro. We ain't out here like that.
Peace to them boys on Saturday, man. Peace to them boys. Now, it is official. Randy Orton has officially been announced for his return at Survivor Series, man. The rumors are over. The Viper is back. But maybe they announced that to stop the rumors that CM Punk is coming back.
Facts.
That's
Big
a big
facts.
plot twist, man. But
Big facts.
But if Randy is the only surprise at Survivor Series, will you guys be disappointed? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you will.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
Okay.
I will be disappointed. It's what I expect. I don't expect CM Punk to pop out, so I expect it only to be Randy Orton. But I am going to be disappointed because deep down in my soul, in my heart, I have that little inkling of belief that CM Punk's really going to be there, and I can't wait. But I know it's not going to happen. I'm going to be disappointed, and I've set myself up for the disappointment. I fully expect to be disappointed. So if CM Punk pops out there, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm
going to be disappointed because I've been saying he's going to return in Chicago for the past 3 months. It's his hometown. WWE has been throwing out all these goddamn Blues Clues to us. So it's like, I'm taking the bait. But as we know, WWE always do this, and then they won't even give us the surprise, and they won't even care.
Right.
Because they've gone heel against their audience a few times. So, yes, I will be disappointed, man, if he don't return. Man.
Yo, Cooley said that CM Punk was showing up. Like, when CM Punk, like, got into the argument backstage at Wembley, Cooley was the first person to say, he's going back to WWE. He said it before CM Punk got fired. So if this actually happens,
yeah, man.
Yo, this man Cooley is really Nostradamus, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna see, man.
I'm not gonna be disappointed at all. I'm not expecting him to show up tomorrow, but I also feel like there could be a chance that he could show up. But either way, I'm gonna be entertained because either way, I'm gonna be entertained on Twitter with the IWC like yelling at Triple H and all these dissertations that are going to go up and Sean Ross Sapp going crazy on people, or I'm going to be entertained.
Oh my God.
Yo, Sean Ross is going to go so crazy on the whole world if CM Punk doesn't show up, bro. But then I'm also going to be excited because, if he does show up, number one, I'm going to be ecstatic about it. I'm just going to lose it. But then also I'm excited to see how the IWC is going to react on Instagram and on Twitter when they go at Sean Ross.
Boozer going to go crazy.
The Boos are going to go so crazy. Boozer's going to go crazy, bro. Like, either way, I win. This is what wrestling is all about, dog. I'm ready. Either way, I'm ready. It's going to be a great night. So, and I still think if he don't show up at Survivor Series, he's definitely showing up at the Royal Rumble. I will 100% believe that. I put my money on that.
Yeah, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. Now that's all I got for the rundown today. Handing it back to Qwan.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you, my brother, and we will be in the house. I don't know if Cooley's gonna make it tomorrow, but I am gonna be doing Survivor Series at the crib. Sylvan say he's pulling up. So Cooley, if you do get the time, you already know where to come. You know the address. Man. Pull up, and we in here.
Pull up on your
We in here to get disappointed because CM Punk is not showing up.
Quan's address is 5225 Wilshire Boulevard for those who want to come.
5225 Wilshire Boulevard is crazy.
I don't even know what that is.
Hey, shout out to whoever actually lives there, yo. What if that's a real address, bro?
Oh, shit, my bad.
Somebody pull up, be like, hey, yo, is this where the wrestling with the homies is going to be at?
Anyway, though.
What?
Hey, yo, get the fuck out of my house, bro. Who are you? All right, man. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it back. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for a segment of the show that is near and dear to my heart because I love showing love to my fellow black peers, my favorite black wrestlers, both past and present. And this week, we all unanimously, I almost messed that word up. We all unanimously agreed that Swerve Strickland would be our black wrestler of the week for the second time because Swerve Strickland had a career-making, a career-defining, a career match against Hangman Page at Full Gear. It was one of the best matches I've ever seen live. Matter of fact, it was the best match I've ever seen live, hands down. So hats off to Swerve Strickland for being our black wrestler of the week. But I got a plot twist. I want to propose something to y'all. I feel like we should do 2 black wrestlers of the week this week because we can't show love to Swerve Strickland without showing love to Prince Nana.
Yeah, facts.
Prince Nana and this whole Swerve dance that he's been doing, it has made the character of Swerve Strickland so much better.
Yeah.
And I feel like Prince Nana...
And Qwan called this months ago, man. He saw the vision. So I don't want to hear nobody else out there saying they been... No, Qwan called this, man, about Prince. He said the dance, all that, man.
Because I saw it. I knew Swerve Strickland always was somebody who was on the cusp of breaking out and really being the one. He just needed that one thing to set him over the top. And I feel like him and Prince Nana has been a match made in heaven because Prince Nana and bringing this crazy, wacky dance with him and like the heel work that he's doing as a manager has just made the Swerve Strickland character so much more entertaining. I'm so invested in Swerve right now, but a lot of that belongs to Prince Nana as well. So I do want to show Prince Nana some love. He's been at this for a very long time. He was the manager of the Embassy and Ring of Honor back in like 2005. So he's really been grinding, but he really didn't get popping until recently on AEW. And I want to give some love to Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana. How y'all feel about that? Y'all cool with Prince Nana being
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with it. I heard he was doing house shows during the Attitude Era. That's insane,
yeah, man.
Like what?
Prince, a lot of people don't know, man. Prince Nana has been around for like at least 30 years, man. So shout out to Prince Nana. Shout out to Swerve Strickland. You guys are both our co-black wrestlers of the week. Y'all are incredible. Y'all deserve all the flowers. And Swerve Strickland, you are really reaching legendary status. Like we are watching you become one of the greatest wrestlers of all time right before our eyes, and it's incredible to see. I'm so happy that it's happening. Swerve's house, baby. I am so happy that this is happening. And if he ever decides to come back to WWE, which probably, who knows, maybe 10 years from now, who knows, he's going to be put on such a pedestal because of the legendary career that he's had outside of that company. Like, man, Swerve is really doing this thing.
Yeah, he really is.
I think he's the best going today. Him and Gunther are like the top 2 to me right now. That's just me. But shout out to y'all, man. Now, it's time to get to the infamous part of this show where we pack them up. Who pack we smoking this week, fellas? Who pack we smoking?
Damn, man, it sucks because I know who I'm smoking next week, but I don't know who I'm smoking this week.
So look, originally I wanted to come in here and pack up Becky Lynch. I wanted to come here and smoke a Becky Lynch pack because Becky Lynch was on Jeopardy this week and she did not answer a single question correct.
What?
Like Becky Lynch literally got everything wrong. She didn't answer a single question correct. First time in Jeopardy history. So I wanted to smoke a Becky Lynch pack. I wanted to pack her up, but instead I want to pack up the fans at Full Gear because there was this one specific moment in the night during the Buddy Matthews and Claudio Castagnoli match, and the fans totally disrespected my boy Buddy Matthews. Now we all know Buddy Matthews is in a real life relationship with Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley is involved in an on-screen affair with Dominic Mysterio over in WWE. That's cool. We all know that it's kayfabe. It's not real. These fans chanted Dominic Mysterio. They chanted Dirty Dom. They chanted, "We want Rhea." They chanted, "We want Mommy." They chanted every disrespectful thing you can think of at Buddy Matthews during this match. And it's like, I understand that we're having fun with it, but we got to realize that these are real life people. These are real people. Like behind these wrestling characters, these are real people. And like going to a show to chant Buddy Matthews' girlfriend's name at him, that's fucked up, man. Like we all know she's a bigger star than he is. she's one of the biggest stars in wrestling, and he's kind of an up and comer. But like, we ain't got to go chant her name at him. Like, come on, man. This was like a Drake when he said, "Is it a world tour or your girls tour?" Like back when Meek Mill was dating Nicki Minaj. Like, we didn't have to do Buddy Matthews like that. That was foul. So y'all getting packed up this week. Buddy Matthews, you're an incredible wrestler. Keep doing your thing. I'ma keep cheering for you. It is what it is.
I also want to encourage Buddy Matthews. I know you're not watching this, but if you are watching this, I want to encourage you, man. Like, this is wrestling, and that is a sign of good heat. So if you can find a way to use this to your advantage in some type of way in your own character, I don't know. Find a way, man, because they're paying attention. And even if it's from an optic standpoint of your wife or soon-to-be wife in a kayfabe relationship with Dirty Dom, like, use that to your advantage in some type of way to add to your character, man. This is wrestling. It's all theatrics. People are just trying to attach something to you. So in my opinion, man, use it in some type of way. And I really look forward to you doing that, man. But y'all still messed up for doing that. I agree with Qwan. It's highly uncalled for.
Yeah, for real.
It's not cool. But
AEW should give him a girl. Give him a girl that he can go out and parade around. So,
saying something, man. I don't know, man. I mean something, bro. Like, if they could find some type of way to use it to his advantage, I would love to see that. I know who I'm packing up. And I hate to say this, but I gotta pack up. I gotta pack up.
Booker.
Dang, I gotta pack up Tony Khan. Tony Khan, if you booked that match against MJF and Jay White, I'm packing you up for your overly booked nonsense that came about, or whoever produced that match. I'm packing y'all up too. I should have looked up the producers of that match. Y'all getting packed up too. That was some grade A knockoff Stone Cold Steve Austin booking that y'all had, and I really disliked that main event for that reason. And I hate that I got to watch such an incredible pay-per-view from AEW only for it to end in such kayfabe shambles. So I'm packing up you producers and you, Tony Khan, for being responsible for that match. It was unnecessary. It was uncalled for, and we all felt the same way. And now your talent hates you. So,
yeah. So I mean, I didn't really have much to pack up this week, but and who would have thought Jon Moxley would bleed? I'm packing up Jon Moxley. Why are you bleeding, bro? Why are you bleeding on the same? Why are you bleeding the same day we're having a death match? Like, we already gonna get some blood. Like, that's cool. We didn't need for you to bleed too, because we see it every week. So yeah, Jon Moxley, you're getting it packed up. Because I was waiting on it. I was like, I know this guy's about to bleed. I know. What do you know? And was the bump even that worth it? No. Like, I feel like it was like a little scratch, and he started. I'm like, bro,
he was wrestling Orange Cassidy.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even a hardcore match. It was like a regular match. Why are you bleeding in a match with Orange Cassidy?
Yeah, Jon Moxley.
like Jon Moxley. Hey, as Jon Moxley, he might have like like some type of sadistic fetish with like blood or something.
Getting packed up.
Cooley pulled out the box. He pulled out the box to pack him up in, man.
Getting packed up, man.
Yeah, put Jon Moxley in that box, man. You can't be bleeding. Yeah, it has to be, because you can't be bleeding in a match with Orange Cassidy, bro. Like, come on now. That's nuts.
Like Ryan Gosling, really?
Right.
Oh, there he is.
All right, well, look.
Ryan
Cooley really pulled out a box,
crazy.
man. I'm really dead, man. Hey, Orange Cassidy does kind of look like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he does.
Yo, imagine being a kid watching that death match, and then your parents walk in and they just see Hangman drinking this black man's blood in the middle of the ring and just like spitting it out.
Insane.
My mom would've thought I was crazy. I know a bunch of kids got in trouble that day.
Mom be like, "You stupid boy."
Hey, your parents ever catch you like watching the most wildest like thing?
Hellraiser.
Like, low key, before we get out of here, Hellraiser.
Yes, bro. Disgusting,
bro. You watch Hellraiser?
Look,
man. I don't watch none of that.
So it wasn't my parents, but like, so like my ex, right? My ex really wasn't like a wrestling fan. Like, when I would watch wrestling, she would sit around and like maybe pay attention to like a match or two, but for the most part, she would just be on her phone. One day I decided to watch wrestling in front of her. Look, I love the New Day. We all love the New Day, but man, they came out twerking and throwing pancakes, and my girl was like, "This what you be watching, bro?" I was like, "No."
I can explain.
I was like, "It's not. They're just like it's not what you think." Like, I didn't know how to explain it, man. Like, how do you explain? Like, and I love the New Day, but how do you explain them coming out throwing pancakes with unicorn horns on their head and like twerking and making snow angels?
You cannot. You can't explain that.
Really can't.
She was like, "Do I gotta be worried about you, bro?"
But,
it's wrestling, man. It's wrestling at the end of the day. It's wrestling at the end of the day. Well, fellas, I guess I will see y'all tomorrow for this CM Punk extravaganza. Will he or won't he? Find out next time on this episode of Wrestling with the Homies. I was about to say Dragon Ball Z, but I switched it up at the end. Y'all thought y'all had me, but you didn't have me. We out of here. Peace.